so for those of you who haven't seen it, the way that we monitor mares' reproductive cycle and to determine where they are and whether or not they're ready to be bred is to do ultrasonography. And the reproductive tract of mares is too high up in their abdomen, and there's too much intestine and bladder and all sorts of crazy stuff for us to do it just through their abdomen like you would on a pregnant human. So what we have to do is go in rectally, and we're going to actually ultrasound rectally. So the ultrasound probe will send its signals down through the rectal wall, and we'll be able to look at their entire uterus and both ovaries all through the rectum. So that's what I'm going to do here. Well, the other thing I was going to show you guys, so she's got this kind of chalky substance kind of down around her that there. Do you guys know what that is? No idea. The last group is like, I don't know.
Dried mucus?
What's that?
Dried vaginal mucus?
So that would be one good guess. Yep, exactly. But really what it actually is just calcium carbonate crystals from her urine. Horses have a lot of calcium carbonate naturally in their urine. That's totally normal. So a mare that's in heat, this is our hot mare, Q-tip, and a mare that's in heat who's urinating a little bit more often, we'll get some of that calcium carbonate just kind of stuck either on her hind end, or some people will see it kind of at the ventral portion of her vulva. And a lot of owners will get kind of concerned and say, oh my gosh, my mare has, you know, some sort of vaginal discharge. And oftentimes it's just that, and it's totally normal, especially when it coincides with her being in heat. So, are any of you guys interested in going into large animal? Yeah, so you'll get used to these. These are really long palpation sleeves. You want to wear these, right? Because I'm about to stick my arm up the butt. I was telling the last group, when I was in your shoes, never in a million years did I think I was going to make my living doing this. So I have lube and a sleeve, both very important. And I'm going to clean out her rectum because she's got poop in there, right? Horses poop a lot. So she's not quite as full because she got cleaned out the last group. And most horses are pretty okay with this. A maiden mare that's never been palpated before may protest a little bit, but a lot of times they're usually okay. These mares get palpated quite a bit, so they're not too upset by it. That's what we do every day, living the dream. Alright. So once I've gotten her all cleaned out, as clean as she's going to be. So I'm going to ultrasound her. This is my ultrasound probe here. It's got the viewing part of the probe on the bottom. And everything that I see, you guys are going to be able to see up on those television screens there, so you don't have to crowd around me and look at the screen that I'm looking at. Alright, so we're going in. So to start out here, so in ultrasound, if you guys have never seen ultrasound before, fluid is black. It's kind of the opposite of radiology or x-rays. So fluid is black, and then more dense tissues are a little bit more white. So you can see there's a big body of fluid or black portion on the bottom there. Do you guys know what that would be? Bladder. Very good. You guys are so smart. So exactly, that's her urinary bladder there. And I'm just moving up here. Just pull in. There we go. Alright, so you have to kind of use your imaginoscope a little bit, but when you see enough of these, you start to pick it out. But this round structure here, this is actually a cross-section of her uterine horn. So it's a tubular structure, and my ultrasound probe is looking down on it in a transverse type manner, so it makes it look round like that. And that's actually her left uterine horn. So I can go up her left uterine horn, and that's her left ovary, which is what's at the end of the uterine horn, right? So all of these little black circles here that you guys can see,
Follicles?
those are all follicles, exactly. So those, each and every single one of those has a little egg in them. And as one of them gets chosen to go on and get bigger, and she goes into heat, one of those will be the one that actually ovulates and will be ready to be there when semen needs to be inseminated. So, cruising on down here, we'll see if I can get a better picture of her right ovary was actually stuck behind. Get a better picture now. Behind a piece of her colon. So she's in heat, and this is her big follicle right here. That's the follicle that's going to be the dominant follicle that's going to ovulate soon. And it's the one that's producing all the estrogen that makes her show that behavioral sign of estrus to the stallion. So she doesn't have anything else super exciting going on. So the next mare, I was asking the last group, so how long are mares pregnant for?
11 months.
Very good, 11 months. So we consider normal is about 340 days. That's what's normal. And it's not uncommon to have a mare go over a year, 365 days. A lot of times that's completely normal, especially for a particular mare to go that long. So this mare here, she's about 9 months pregnant. So she's got quite a big, decent-sized fetus in her. She's actually a recipient mare, so she is carrying the baby of one of the mares that we walked by a little while ago, one of those older mares that was outside. And the father was frozen semen that came from Europe. So it's pretty interesting that this little paint mare is carrying a European warm blood combination. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to clean her out. She's like, wait a minute, I've already had this done today. This doesn't seem fair. And last time, Bambino was kind of jumping around, so hopefully he or she will still be jumping around for you guys to see. All right. So, baby's kind of right at the top here. See if I can get him to kind of move for you. So this is all part of her uterus. I think he went back to sleep. See if we can get him to. Usually they kind of jump back up to the surface once you start invading their territory again. They're like, hey, my house. Exactly. Felt him moving just a little bit there. Wake up, baby. Need to come and show yourself. This is all part of her uterus here. Bouncing him along, he or she, I keep calling him him, but we don't know what it is yet. There we go. All right, so this is actually a decent picture right here. So while we're waiting for baby to kind of jump up and down, so this area right here is what we call the combined utero-placental unit. So it's where the placenta has attached to mom's uterus. So we'll look at that and measure that as an evaluation of how the health of that baby's doing, the placenta itself. And then it's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see this little white line right here. That's actually the amniotic sac. So that's the little white sac that the baby's enclosed in. Oh, he's moving now. So that's baby right there, that white line. That's him moving, not me. So you can kind of see him bouncing. That's probably his head, which is what was up here before. I'm just pushing him right now. Oh, there he goes. So that's him moving. That's his eye right there.
That dark spot?
Yep, so that circle, like I said, fluid is black, so that's actually baby's eye. And so he's looking up at me saying, why are you pushing on my nose? So we'll stop torturing mom here. Do you guys have any questions about this? Have I all scared you all away, small animal? Nope. You guys want to work on cats, don't you? All right. So no questions? Nothing in general? Anything about that? That's the last group. How many of you guys